I probably should be cutting that wee field for silage. Hello and welcome back to a video from John S. Agri. I can't mind the last time I was in front of the camera. I've been flat out, hey. I don't know. Well, have I been? Nah, I think I have been flat out. But I've been taking a few videos with a drone or whatever to be keeping up to date. But I've had stag do's and weddings, and just the farm's just been passing by. And the summer's been a bit hit and miss. You've had good days, and some days it's good in the morning, bad in the afternoon, and then by night time it's good again. But you just have to work with what you've got. So since I was last on here, there's been a big decision made, and we'll talk more about that later. All happy and content in there. So it had a great day yesterday. I was away at the Ulster Rally there, outside Tandragee, and then across through Banbridge to Scarva. And oh, it's unreal, definitely. We'll be a fan of the rally cars. I know you're not here to talk about rallying, but I'm going to put a wee video of the rally in next. What a nice view from the farm today. You can see the mountains of Mourne away over there in the distance if you zoom in. So yes, this year I've only done one cut. So this field that I'm going into now and I'm going to talk about, I was going to keep for second cut. However, I decided that the effort, sound lazy, but the effort of getting it cut, baled and drawn in, and then I'll end up running out of grass sooner than I should. It was better just to let the cattle graze it, which leads me on to talking about the cattle. So here is an update cattle for this year so far, and it's now the middle of August. See where the grass is a bit strong there and they've trampled it down, but they can eat through it. We've put the electric fence along there, just to divide it up a wee bit so they don't trample the whole field. And over there the grass is a bit lighter, so we can leave it for a week or two. But here is one of the bull calves from this year. That is a Limousin. Very nice, sort of the way the sun's shining on it there. And here's an Angus, cracking Angus there. You can sort of see it. Nice, and that's no meal. I had no meal this year as yet. Well, very little. I just haven't got the creep feeder out yet, but a lovely calf. And now moving on to my main calf there. That's a Limousin bull calf, squeezed and all. Look at the size of that thing at weaning. You can put in the comments below how much you think she'd be worth there. He would be worth. But look at the size of him. Look at the muscle in the rear quarter there. Lovely, lovely calf. That deep red coat and nice and white in between the legs and all. I say it's hard to beat the Limousins, and that's a cracking wee Limousin heifer. Still a wee bit narrower than the bull there, but whenever she starts to get a bit of meal into her in the winter, she'll push on. That'll be a cracking breeding heifer there. And I love the wee white belly on it and all. I know you shouldn't get carried away with the looks of the thing, but it's a cracking calf. Another lovely wee heifer. It's a lot younger than the rest. It was the last one born, but it'll come into a nice. That's it smaller there. And she always produces a lovely calf, so that'll be a real cracking breeding heifer there as well. Here are my two, here and here are the two first time calvers. It's sort of calved. I'm under first time calvers. The black one is out of a dairy cow, so it doesn't maybe have the same shape. But this here is a lovely Limousin. That Limousin heifer there held her shape really well after calving. She, you know, still plenty of flesh on her there. You can see in the top. I drenched it, or did them a pour on yesterday, and sort of stop any worms. But I was very happy with how she kept her shape. So look, that's the stock of Limousin I talked to you about. That's smaller there. Not a flashy cow at all. Not probably the shortest cow I have, and also maybe one of the skinniest ones. But boy, the milk she puts down fairly throws some calf. So look, you can see there how that grass should probably have been cut, but I was just getting the time to cut it, and I didn't want to leave myself short and then having to bring the cows in early or end up having to take round bales out to the field or whatever. Well, that's how it works. But we're getting on to what I was going to talk about, the big decision. So the big decision I was talking about is these cows haven't been served, alright? So I thought about it, and actually one day there was a cow looking away way back in St. Patrick's Day, and I was going to serve her, but things just didn't work out. So I went away, and Dad says, look, it's up to you, whatever you want to do. And I had to think about it. And then time went on, I was like, right, forget about it for now. Time went on a wee bit, and another one was looking away. I was like, oh, I might be calving in the springtime, you know, outside, calving outside this year. But the more I thought about it, I was just, I don't know what the future really is for suck cows in Northern Ireland. Actually, at the rally yesterday, I stand beside a boy from down round Scarva-Tandragee, and we're talking, he's a few suck cows as well, and I was like, do you see any future in it? And he says he's leaving it to January this year to see what schemes come out, to see if it is. And he thinks it's going to be worth keeping suck cows on for, whenever you price up how much it is to keep a cow for a year, that's not even including your labour. And you just don't even take labour into account. But the price of keeping a suck cow for a year, I offset against if you could buy calves in and feed them meal. I don't know if it really makes sense for me. Don't get me wrong, whenever you produce a calf like some of those, see over there, that big red one, it's hard to beat. Like you get some buzz out of it, especially when you take it to the market and you've got a good price for your calf. But the thing is, now you need more and more for your calves, and also the price of everything else, and your fertilizer and your meal. But it's the price of keeping the cow, and if you lose one calf, if you lose, well, I'm working on an awfully small scale, but if you lose one calf, you're a bit bait, and as well as the straw and all to bed the cows. So look, that's my opinion. I'd be really interested to hear anybody below what their thoughts is on the whole suck cow situation in Northern Ireland, and maybe the UK as a whole, and the Republic of Ireland. I don't know what it's like down there. However, here it seems to be getting more and more difficult. But this isn't the end. Definitely not be the end for farming. Another major sticking point is I work away from home 5 days a week. So if a cow's calving in the middle of the night and I have to get up, calve it or whatever, especially with the blues, they're a bit tight around the back end. You sort of need to keep an eye on them, especially the AI bulls as well. Like, but you go for easy calving ones, but it's just doing that and then getting up to go do a day's work after that isn't overly fun. And especially if you're stuck at work and then you have to phone, can somebody go around and pull us out of a hole there and calve that cow, and you don't like that either. So I think going forward, where I work, I sort of see, you know, you need a bit of a work-life balance. And I know farmers, I'm not speaking for myself here, I'm not a full-time farmer at all, but farmers sometimes, you can get so busy on the farm that you forget to live a wee bit. So I didn't want to fall into that trap. So hopefully I'll go to, well, the plan there is to buy in calves on milk. This is what I first started out doing, buying in calves on milk, give them on milk for another 3 or 4 weeks, and then wean them across. So I've made hay. I don't know, I'll maybe put up a wee video of the making of hay. 5445 with the PZ or PZ hay bob on, and you can see now she's no show pony, but it does the job. Last year, or 2 years ago maybe, made hay, put these new tines on. See, they moved the tines to there's 2 slots there, moved it to the outside slot to kick it, but there we are. These out to the, breaking the stuff out of the heads. Young boys. Hopefully get a field this afternoon, that'll be a good job. This will do for feeding the calves later on this year. made hay. I've got round bales of rushes there to bed the cows with, or bed the wee calves with, and I'll just buy in the meal and milk powder, and at least I can leave them at whatever, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock at night, go home, wake up the next morning and feed them again, or somebody else can come in and give me a hand and feed them for me. It's not this checking the camera to see if they're in heat, or checking the camera to see if they've calved, and then see if the calves sucked, and the cow ticks mastitis and you're stripping it, and I've had 3 years, 4 years of it, and I thought it was time. I did give it a good thought. There's a stone in the middle of the field, you wouldn't want that going through your mower. But I thought it'd be worth trying a different avenue for a while, but I'm really glad I give it a go. Really glad. I really enjoyed doing the suck cows, but it's just the time isn't working out for me. But look, I really look forward to anybody commenting below who thinks, or what other people's thoughts is in the suckler farming. Also, if you've enjoyed the video today, please like and subscribe. I never ask for likes or subscribes very often, but it would be great if you could subscribe. It's free. It's down at the bottom, or if you're in your TV or something, flick across and hit subscribe. Really helps the channel. I started this time last year with 0 subscribers, and I'm up to 665 or something at the minute. 664 or something, which is fantastic. It does take a wee bit of time to make these videos, so it is nice to get appreciation for it. So those likes and subscribes really do mean a lot. But if you don't want to subscribe, you know what, don't bother. It doesn't really make it any big deal here. It's a bit windy here, but as anybody else's grass not growing very well this year, I had a real bad year of growth. I only took one cut, got 80 of about 80 bales there, and that's more than enough for me for the year now. There's the cows just over the hedge there. That'll be more than enough for me, especially if I'm not serving these cows. They'll be fleshed up and sent on, so I'll not need, and I can always stock accordingly. But I just had a real bad stinking year of growth, and maybe it's coming on a wee bit now, but I had to fill half a dozen bales out in the field there to them after first cut. It took about maybe 6 or 8 weeks for after first cut to get it back to grazing again, and I wasn't going light with fertiliser. I just don't know, but I went away from I'd spread can with sulphur, but I'm spreading compound there to try and give it a bit of power or something. I don't know why. It just wasn't growing for me. But look, thank you very much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed my brief chat on why I've decided to go for back to drop calves again. Probably end up spending a fortune buying them in, but hopefully it'll give me a bit more freedom and a bit more free time. I know you don't really get free time if you're working on farming, but a bit more free time that in the evenings or the weekends that I'm not going to be tied at home watching the camera. I know it's only for about a month or a year or whatever, but I just like that wee bit more freedom. So yes, appreciate you for watching, and if you want me to talk about anything else, give me a shout. Bye.